All right. So this is a very serious topic story. So this is what happened yesterday. I almost got jumped and even possibly killed. Why? Because apparently I'm a flasher. And what's worse, a flasher to children. Yeah, I know. So let's rewind the clock. I decided to go out yesterday for the first time in a long time. I went bowling with a group of people from the app called Meetup. So it's like locals in the area, strangers that there are different events and so different coordinators, and they put the events on there to say this is where it's going to happen on this date at this time. So I was like, okay, I like bowling. I haven't been bowling in 6+ years. So I decided to go bowling. Get there, everything's going well. Meet with the group of people. They're like 40 plus my age, and some of them like 10, 15, 20 years older than I am. So it's about a group of 8 of us, and we're just having a good time bowling. And then probably after the first game, another family comes in, a black family that's like 2 lanes over from us, and they start bowling. And I'm observing, when it's not my turn to bowl, I'm looking at them, watching how they bowl, and I see, okay, they're throwing a couple gutter balls. So I go over and talk to one of the guys and say, we hold the ball like this, roll a little straight, kind of laugh, and good times and everything like that. So all this is irrelevant. We finished the 2 games, and I hadn't eaten before I got there. I bought 1 beer when I got there, and so the coordinator asked, "Do you want to play another game?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna head out." So about this time, it was probably around, I think, close to 8. The event was from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And so I was like, "No, I'm gonna head out." But before I was leaving, I decided to go to the bathroom. So there's like a plaque on the wall that says men's, and then on the other wall, and then there's like a little hallway, and then there's another wall, and then a plaque that says women's. So I go to the side that says the men's. I just turn the corner. It's my first time there, and there's a door right there to my right. So I don't knock. I just open the door. As I open the door, I see there's like a fat little. He was probably like 12, 13 years old. Uh, Boy coming out. So he was finishing up coming out. So this is the boy that was with the group that were the black family that was playing like 2 lanes over from us. I don't recognize him or anything like that, but I later found out that that's who he was. So he's done. He's coming out. I'm going in. And so when you walk in the door, there's a sink right to the left of the door, and the toilet is a little further away from the door. So I walk straight to the toilet, keep my back to the door, and I go to, you know, do my thing. So I piss, wash my hands, and I'm getting ready to leave. As I'm walking past the table where their lane is, 2 ladies sitting at the table say, "Hey, my nephew just told me that you showed him your junk." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah." Said you walked into the bathroom and you showed him your junk. It's like, that did not happen. I said he was leaving as I was coming in. He did not see anything. I did not show him anything. And so the conversation lasted about 30 seconds to up to a minute. And she was like, "Okay." So I'm walking out of the bowling alley. I'm parked in front. So my car is probably, say, 100 feet, 200 feet from the entrance. I'm going around to the driver's side. As I'm going to put the key into the door, I hear a guy coming out yelling, "You showed my nephew your junk." Da, 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 da. mother effer. So he's cursing and everything like that. And instead of getting in the car, I'm like, okay, let me address this one more time. So I come back around the car and I say, dude, no. Again, he was coming out as I was going in. I didn't show him anything. Shortly thereafter, a bigger black guy comes out. You showed my son your mother. And so he gets right in my face, and I go to put my hand on his shoulder, like, bro, don't fucking touch me. Like, dude, I did not show your son anything. I did not do anything. It's like, we can go back in here and talk to management and everything like that, but there was nothing that happened. And so they were ready to just freaking punch me in the face and stomp a mud hole in me. I've never been in a fight. I'm 40 years old. I've never been in a fight. I did not want to get in a fight last night either, but I was expecting it. So we ended up going back inside. They're talking to, some of the staff actually came out and was kind of trying to get us to come back inside. So we ended up going back inside, and we call the police. Call the police. It's like, sure, yeah, call the cops. By all means, call the cops. So I'm standing right there at the front at the desk, right by the entrance, and they call the cops and everything like that. So the father again walks behind me and goes outside. He's like, I'm gonna beat your ass, mother, you know, and so threatening me and everything like that. And I'm standing there at the counter, and one of the guys that works there, he's like, and they've been giving us problems all night. So I was like, do I need to wait here? He's like, yeah, we've called the cops, just kind of wait around. So I was like, okay. So I just stayed there at the desk. About 5 minutes later, cop comes in, pulls me to the side, and said, come here. It's like, what happened? I said, so I was going to the bathroom after we finished playing games. We were our lanes were like the last two, like right close by the closest to the restroom. And I was like, we just finished playing played 2 games, went to the bathroom, walked in the door, saw a little boy. He was coming out as I was coming in. I'm going to my car, and his family member stopped me and yada yada. So I repeat the same thing, letting him know what happened. So then 2 more cops come, and then 2 more cops come. And then the manager comes up and he says, I have cameras, you know, I think I have one close by where the bathroom is, that might have picked up what was shown. So he takes 2 of the cops into the office. I guess they look at the video. The other 2 cops are standing with me, and again, for the 3rd, 4th time, asking the same questions, what happened and stuff. And then I was like, what the heck is going on here? And I was like, this kid is just told his family that I showed him my junk. I say, I walked straight to the toilet, and my back was to the door. If he's so sure that I showed him my junk, ask him what my junk looks like. What does it look like? And one of the cops was like almost about to laugh. I was like, I'm serious. Like, this isn't anything to freaking joke about. This kid is telling his family that I walked in and I flashed him, and they're ready to jump me and possibly beat me to inches within my life and maybe even kill me because of this. So if he's so sure that I showed him my junk, ask him what it looks like. And so I stood there, and then after about 15 minutes, one of the rookie cops, they told me, it's like, she's going to come over and talk to you a little bit. She's a rookie and everything like that. So she came over and read me my rights, and you have the right to remain silent and stuff like that. She asked the story again. And then they looked at the video, and they're like, they're standing outside. They're outside waiting for you. So we didn't see anything, you know, that it makes this even remotely possible. So I guess they saw, you know, they probably saw me going towards the bathroom, and then shortly thereafter they saw the little boy coming away from the bathroom. So it's like, within this time span, there's no way that he's in the bathroom flashing his junk to this little kid and everything like that. So he was, like I said, coming out as I was going in. So it's like, we're gonna walk you to your car. And so instead of going out the front door, We ended up going out the side door, and as we're walking to my car, saw the group standing there, just still livid. So that's the story, and I was upset and I was disappointed. And I made a video yesterday, last night, after I got back to the house, and I was frustrated, and I was like, I'm not gonna post this. It's like, this is terrible. Today, I made another video, and it's like, I'm not gonna post this. This is terrible. But then coming back to the house now, I just thought, so I'm not even mad at the uncle and the father. They did the right thing. The child told them that something happened, and they took action. The child lied, which is why I'm sitting in my room and not in some jail cell. But the child told them that something happened, and they took action. I'm a parent. I have 2 daughters and a son. My son is 10, so he's a little younger than I would. He was a fat kid, so he looked like he was 12, but he might have been the same age. Either way. So at this point, a day later, it's like, okay, I can't really be mad at them for wanting to fight me and wanting to defend their child. That's what should happen. But it could have been handled a little better. Instead of threatening and everything like that, have the conversation, ask questions, get the details. Thankfully, there was video. Thankfully, the staff basically was like, okay, they've been giving us issues the whole night. So they already had them, on their radar. Thankfully, the cops asked questions, went through and walked through and looked at, is this even possible, and everything like that. So I spent like an hour sitting there waiting, retelling the same story over and over again. And I was frustrated. I wasn't really like angry. I was just frustrated. But like I said, the uncle and the father did what they were supposed to do. They took action to defend their nephew, their child. And it was a little embarrassing sitting there, having 4 or 5 cops standing around me. Had some old lady walk up to me, was, are you okay? What happened? And I didn't want to tell her, the details. And I was there, just checking some stuff out and everything's good to go and stuff like that. I do not like having encounters with the police, so I try to make sure that I do things that are upstanding, that I don't have to have these encounters. So again, that's the crazy madness of yesterday. I did have another encounter with the cops like 2 weeks ago. So I've had more encounters. I've been back here in America for 3 months. And I've had 2 encounters with the cops. One came here, or a couple of them came here to my place. And then just yesterday. That's a whole different story. Again, I didn't do anything wrong, but that's another story. So more encounters with the cops in the past 3 months being back here in America than I've had with them in the past 10 years. But I survived. So that's the crazy, crazy story that happened yesterday. So parents, believe your kids. Defend your kids. But make sure that you ask questions and get the information. So